What is going on, guys? DBG here, and this is the last of the tier list videos that I'm going to be making in NBA 2K19 MyTEAM. Well, based on 2K19 anyway, it's going to be the last one. I might actually do a best overall players in a week or two when it seems like they've stopped releasing players, or if it's just going to get ridiculous just before the game dies. This is going to be the last one based on actual card tiers, as in ruby, amethyst, pink, diamond. So I'm not going lower in ruby because who uses sapphires anymore? People still use rubies, no one uses sapphires. But yeah, also sorry about not getting the best 100 players out tomorrow. That video is currently in the works, and it's not something I really want to rush because I really don't want to forget people. But yeah, it's going to take a lot longer, and it's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. So I've been kind of chipping away at that video the last couple of days, and hopefully it will be out today. If not today, it'll be out tomorrow. But anyway, yeah, so big thank you again for 100k. That's why that video is coming out. But anyway, now let's get on to the tier list. Again, this is my opinion. It is literally impossible for me to be objective. It is literally impossible. So if there's a player that you don't like, higher or lower, it is just my opinion. But yeah, so we start off with Jonathan Isaac, and this is the most obvious S tier in history of all of them. Jonathan Isaac is one of the better cards in the game. Easily a top 30, 40 card in my team, and he's a ruby. There's 35 opals, and I'd say he's better than at least 7 of the opals. At least. And again, he's it's not just 35 opals, it's well over 40 opals now, and he's better than at least 7, 8 of them. So yeah, Jonathan Isaac is a fantastic card. 6'11" or 6'10" demigod. I wish he was 6'11" like last year. That extra inch would literally make him a better budget Giannis. But yeah, great card. Deshaun Stevenson, really good defender. He's got base 8. Shooting stats are okay. Dribbling's okay. Dunking's decent. Gonna put him in A tier. Really good card. And he's also a fantastic defender. Zaire Smith, 99 dunk, decent 3-ball. Great defender. However, he is only 6'4", which is a little bit of a problem. However, again, if you're using him at the point guard position, it's not too big a deal. So I'm going to put him into A tier. A fantastic card. 99 dunk and a good shooter, as well as being one of the best defenders in the game. Mario Hezonja has got a decent release. He's got decent defense. He's long. I used the more offensive Hezonja here. This one can speed boost, whereas I don't think the 95 or 99 defensive one can. But Hezonja is going into C tier. Or say B tier. Okay, so now we're on to Thurl Bailey, another player that is going... No, I just dragged Hezonja off the screen. Now we're on to Thurl Bailey, another player that's going into A tier. 6'11", really good lateral quickness, can shoot, can dunk, can play in the post, can do everything. Darius Miles is a 6'9", was it literally a demigod. Can speed boost, unbelievable dunker, great shooter when he's wide open. He is going into A tier. Marcus Smart is like a slightly worse version of Zaire Smith. That's literally what he is. He's going into B tier. Now we're on to Penny Hardaway. Penny has got a long release, but he is a 6'7" point guard. However, the fact he's just a top point guard doesn't mean that he's anything absolutely spectacular compared to all these cards. There's a lot of better guys at other positions, like Miles, to run a point guard, and Deshaun Stevenson, so I'm putting him down in C tier. And this is the devastating one. Reggie Lewis is going into C tier. I can't believe I'm doing it. He's still got the animations. However, he's got a really low 3-point shot. His dunking is good. His defense is good. His leaner is still good, but he doesn't have Hall of Fame difficult shots. Oh, I hate the fact that I have to do it, but Reggie Lewis is down in C tier. Miles Bridges is going into D tier. And while offensively, yes, he's great, the problem is he's got absolutely awful defensive stats. He's also not particularly tall for a small forward. Actually, no, he's 6'7", so he's not tall or not small. And he's also got very low stamina. He's always out of stamina. Speaking of stamina, this would be by far the best Ruby in the game if he didn't have low stamina. Thon Maker is going into S tier. He's a speed boosting center where Giannis crossover, can finish well at the basket, and finishes crazy strong when he's on the break. One man fast break Hall of Fame as well, so unreal. Next we are on to Mo Bamba. And I'm going to put him in A tier, say an S tier. He's still a great shot blocker. Still a great rebounder. He's a great shooter when he's wide open. Post-game leaves a little bit to be desired, but does standing dunk and stuff really well around the basket. Next we are on to Michael Beasley. When he's wide open, he doesn't miss. A guy who I would have used would have easily been S or A tier had this been February. However, since February, 7 of these 8 players or 6 of these 7 players are released. So I'm going to put him into B tier. Offensively a beast, he's non-existent on defense. Steven Jackson, decent release, just meh at everything. Doesn't do anything particularly well, doesn't do anything badly. Shoots the ball okay, dunks okay, defends okay. C tier. Like, no, I can't put him. He's not bad enough to put him in D tier. He doesn't have enough weaknesses. Like, to be in D tier, you need to have some major weaknesses, which Bridges has. But he doesn't have enough weaknesses to go down there. Mo Peterson is a 6'9" sharpshooter, solid defender, solid offense player, C tier. Like, he's just like a 1 inch taller left-handed Mario Zonia. And I have a second Marcus Martin there that I'm going to get rid of now. And now we are on to the last 15 players. So first of all, we have got Brent Barry. Brent Barry should be an S tier if you look at his stats. However, he doesn't really play up to them. But he does have a great he's got a great 3-ball when he's open. He's got an unbelievable dunk. He can speed boost. Yeah, I'm happy with putting him in C tier. Good card. Eddie Jones, a fantastic card. Still, to this day, is a fantastic card. Sure, his Amethyst is better. Sure, his Diamond's better. But, like, when everyone was using this guy at the start of the year, he was by far the best Ruby reward. And he still is by far the best Ruby reward. Can speed boost, can shoot the ball well, can defend, can dunk. There's nothing he can't do. Kristaps Porzingis. And I think he's the only current player on this list. And he's going into A tier. Yeah. That's where I'm putting Porzingis. Porzingis is shooting for me like 70% from 3. And I know his rating's not as high as his other cards, but it's just the release. Like, he greens half the time he's open. And like, there's a reason why in the 250k tournament, the Amethyst Porzingis was out, and you saw 99% of the players running at Porzingis, whether it was the Amethyst Porzingis or the Ruby Porzingis. Porzingis is just that good in game that he's harder to contest, even though the contest is a little bit better now. He gets boards, he gets blocks just because of his height. Porzingis is fantastic. Gerald Green is going into... A lot of people are going to expect him to be higher. I don't really like this card. I don't. Like, he feels a little bit clunky. Can't really dunk too much, but... Like, look. A really good card. I put him on the list. Like, just because he's C tier doesn't mean he's bad. I think every one of these cards are good and are usable in Ruby squads and budget squads. Kevin Huerter is going into A tier. A Hall of Fame limitless range player, 6'7", decent defender, got decent dribble moves. Yeah, no doubt about it. For Ruby cards, he's an A tier. Rex Chapman. Chapman has got a solid release. He's got a great dunk, and he's also got a great 3-ball. B tier. We're going to put Nick Young. Nick Young's a good shooter. I'm going to put him in C tier. Very similar to Gerald Green. And he's another guy that a lot of people really like. A lot of people are huge fans of this Nick Young card. In the MTR tournament where you have to run a load of rubies, a lot of people are using Nick Young. I'm just not the biggest fan of it. Just like Gerald Green, these are 2 cards that most people would have a lot higher, but look, it's my list. I don't really like either of these cards. MCW is I was thinking of putting him in a C tier, but he's better than Penny. So, B tier, maybe? Yeah. We have Tony Kukoc. He's 6'10", really solid shooter. He's got... Weird thing is that his Sapphire is 6'11". So he's an inch smaller than the Sapphire. Not actually... Like, I honestly think his Sapphire and his Ruby are even. They don't feel any different. I know he's got low intangibles. I know he's a hidden diamond, but... C tier it is. Bingo Smith. Bingo Smith and best leaner in the game were synonymous with each other for a while. So that means he's automatically an S tier. I don't know, I'm just joking. Leaner doesn't mean everything. Bingo Smith doesn't have much apart from his leaner. His jumper is decent. He's a little bit undersized. He's kind of cool with the big afro, but I think C tier for now. Very similar to Reggie Lewis. However, I think if they do end up giving out an Amethyst or a Ruby Bingo Smith, that card is going to be... Man, that card is going to be absolutely incredible. So not Amethyst Ruby, Amethyst or Diamond Bingo Smith. Now we're on to Coutinho Mobley. Yes, he's got a fantastic release, but that's about it with this card here. I'm going to put him in D tier. He's got kind of the base of a really good card, hence why the Amethyst is so good. He's got some things that are really good, but does have a few weaknesses. Not the best defender. Is quite undersized for the 2-guard position. And in terms of the top 30 rubies, he'd be on the very lower tier of those top 30. He kind of scraped onto the list. Vlade Divac, gonna put him in C tier. His release is a lot better than I thought it was going to be. He shoots the ball really well for me. He can block shots. Is a little bit slow, so does leave a bit to be desired, but a solid center. Larry Bird's Larry Bird. C tier. He can shoot the ball well. He's Larry. There's no I don't need to even say it too much about it. He can shoot well and he's still got his animations. Gerald Wallace. Had this been the start of the year, he'd be an S tier, but he is going into C tier. Sure, he's a good defender. Sure, he can dunk a little bit and shoot a little bit. No, actually, I got it from higher. Yeah, Gerald Wallace goes into B tier in terms of rubies. And probably the best of all the him and Eddie Jones were the best of the day one rubies. And last up is Corey Maggette. So Maggette is kind of another player who very just scraped onto this list. I don't think he can speed boost, but he does everything else quite well. And is by no means a bad card in this game. So yeah, that is the tier list. We have the big four of Isaac, Bailey, Maker, and Bamba, which I don't think anyone can disagree with them for being an S tier. A lot of people might have other players up there, but no one can disagree with that. The likes of Deshaun Stevenson, Darius Miles, who are just beasts in A tier. And then I know Nick Young and Gerald Green are controversial ones, but I've used the cards enough and I just can't get used to them. But anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.